Don't accept back pain as normal. It's not your age. It's a fixable pattern. Don't keep treating your back pain with generic stretches. If you're still ignoring the single most jammed joint in your spine, you know that nagging ache? The one that hits when you stand up after a movie? Or the stiff, cranky feeling when you try to put on your socks in the morning? Most people over 50 just shrug and say, "That's just life." But what if that pain isn't a sign of aging, but a screaming message from your body saying, "I'm stuck, and I need a better map"? Here's the truth your doctor might miss. That pinch isn't wear and tear. It's adaptation. For decades, your spine has been silently adapting to how you sit, slouch, drive, and carry stress. And now, the bill is due. It's not weakness. It's not fragility. It's a pattern, a deeply ingrained habit that has locked a crucial joint in your lower back. But here's the good news. Patterns can be reversed. Stiffness can be relieved. In this video, I'm going to reveal 4 powerful, science-backed movements. They aren't just simple stretches. They are neuromuscular resets, tiny acts of intelligence that can restore the natural, fluid balance of your spine, often giving you a feeling of relief in under 30 seconds. These movements target the one overlooked joint that holds the key to your lasting lower back freedom. Before we dive into the first movement, a quick question. What activity does your back pain stop you from doing? Let me know in the comments below. We love hearing from you. Why most people over 50 are treating the wrong aisle in the hardware store. For millions of Americans enjoying their second half of life, back pain feels like a sentence. You rub your muscles, you stretch your hamstrings, and the pain comes right back. Why? Here's the secret. The pain you feel often isn't the source of the problem. It's an alarm bell ringing far from the fire. The true villain is often the lumbosacral joint, the final, most critical joint where your spine meets your pelvis. Think of it as the ultimate shock absorber. When you slouch on the couch, drive for hours, or work hunched over your laptop, this joint gets jammed. It locks into a compressed position it was never designed for. This is what we call joint stacking. Years of uneven pressure compress that single link in your spinal chain. When that link gets stiff and unhappy, your brain screams pain to protect it, like a faulty smoke alarm. You can stretch until you're blue in the face, but if that central hinge is frozen, the pain will always be waiting. That's why these 4 movements are revolutionary. They don't just offer temporary relief. They reteach your spine how to move, reconnect you to the stabilizing muscles that went dormant, and restore freedom where rigidity has taken hold. This is about retraining, not just relieving. And you're about to feel the difference. 3. The 4 neuromuscular resets. 1. Supine knee rotations, the gentle unwinding. How to do it? Lie on your back. Bend your knees, feet on the floor. Arms out to the sides for balance. Now, slowly and gently let both knees fall together to one side, only as far as feels comfortable. Return to center, then go to the other side. Move in a slow, relaxed, pendulum rhythm for 30 seconds. The goal is gentle mobilization, not maximum range. This is especially comforting before bed or first thing in the morning. The real benefit. This exercise is more than a movement. It's reassurance for a nervous system that has been on high alert for years. We call it the gentle unwinding because it speaks directly to your body's protective, locked up state. When the base of your spine is stuck, that lumbosacral joint, the rest of your back stiffens up to protect it. This gentle rocking nudges that joint into soft motion like oiling a rusty hinge. It reintroduces rotational movement, the missing link most over 50 bodies lose from years of linear habits. Sitting, standing, walking. Your joints are packed with motion sensors, mechanoreceptors. When they detect this gentle, rhythmic movement, they send calming signals to your brain, reducing pain perception. Every side-to-side shift tells your spine, you're safe. You're moving again. For many clients, this is the first moment they feel hope, not because the pain is gone, but because they feel movement where there was only fear. 2. Bird dog with knee hover. The deep core awakening. How to do it. Start on your hands and knees. Engage your core, gently brace, as if preparing for a light tap. Lift your right arm straight out, thumb up. At the same time, gently hover your opposite, left, knee about an inch off the ground. Hold for 5 controlled seconds, then return. Switch sides. Repeat several times. Focus on keeping your torso perfectly steady and level. Tip: if you're doing this on a hard floor, that non-slip mat I linked earlier will make your knees much happier. The real benefit. Here's the key nobody talks about. Your back pain may not be from the large, visible muscles, but from your deep internal support system going silent. This is the deep core awakening dot. It targets the multifidus, the small, vital muscles that run along your spine. After 50, especially with a history of pain, your brain can turn off this muscle group. Your spine loses its internal bodyguards, and that's when instability and stiffness set in. When you gently hover that knee, you re-engage these reflexive stabilizers. You don't just move, you control movement. This is like flipping the internal circuit breaker back on. You don't need massive effort, just precision and timing. Kicker? This movement improves not only pain, but also balance, fall prevention, and walking stability, all critical factors that decline when these deep core muscles go dormant. You are rebuilding your spine's internal defense system from the inside out. 3. The prone elbow press, the slouch reversal. How to do it. Lie face down on a firm surface, like a yoga mat or a comfortable, non-slip floor mat. I've linked my favorite one below in the description. Press up slowly onto your elbows, keeping your hips and pelvis flat on the floor. This is a gentle back bend. You are not trying to push hard, just enough to feel a slight extension in the lower back. Hold and breathe calmly for 30 seconds, eventually building up to a minute. If you feel sharp pain, stop. But if it's just mild stiffness, that's your back saying, thank you. The real benefit. Most people over 50 are taught to protect their back by avoiding movement. But your spine is a living structure built to move. This movement is the ultimate reset position because it reverses the damaging effects of slumped, compressed sitting. Every time you slump, that crucial lumbosacral joint is compressed. This movement gently signals to your nervous system, we're going back to neutral. What's fascinating is how fast this works for some people, often 20 to 30 seconds. It's not about becoming a contortionist. It's about allowing a compressed joint to finally breathe again. This simple act of extension reactivates your natural spinal stabilizers and reduces the chronic pain signals caused by pressure. The deeper win? It gives you back control. You're not waiting for an adjustment. You are actively restoring fundamental motion in the very joint that influences your hips, legs, and balance. Done daily, this movement is the quiet way to retrain your back out of stiffness and into freedom. 4. Standing hip circles, the pelvic compass. How to do it. Stand tall, facing a wall. Use your fingertips on the wall for light balance, don't lean. Shift your weight to your standing leg, slightly bent. Lift the opposite leg slightly and begin to draw slow, wide circles with your knee or foot. Forward, out to the side, around, and back in. Move as if you're pulling your leg through water. 30 seconds per leg. Avoid rushing or letting your torso twist. The real benefit. We call this the pelvic compass because it reorients your body's internal GPS for balance and spinal stability. The truth is, the deep hip stabilizers, gluteus medius and others, weaken as we age. When they weaken, your pelvis begins to tilt with every step. That tiny tilt puts constant, grinding torque on the lumbosacral joint the same joint we're trying to unlock. This exercise is unique. It challenges balance, mobility, and coordination all at once, activating the exact muscles responsible for keeping your pelvis level and your spine neutral. By retraining your proprioceptive system, your body's inner sense of where it is in space, not only does back pain decrease, but your risk of falling drops dramatically. This is one of the most underrated protectors of your long-term independence. Your hip circles might just be the most powerful move your back was begging for. Here is what I want you to remember. You're not fragile. You are adaptive. Your body has simply adapted to decades of poor habits. That means change is always possible. Start small. Just one of these exercises, then once a day with focus, can shift the way your back feels and functions. Don't chase pain relief. Chase control. When you move with purpose, your body listens. You came here looking for relief, but I hope you found something more valuable. A map back to a confident, trustworthy body. Pain shrinks our world. It makes us move less and expect less from life. But every time you choose to move with purpose, you're saying, "This is not how it ends. This is how I begin again." Let consistency, not intensity, be your greatest strength. And if you felt even a moment of relief, a breath of freedom, or just a little more hope than you had before, hold on to that. Build on it. You are not your pain. The path back to strength is right beneath your feet. To make these movements safe and comfortable, especially the floor-based ones, having the right gear makes all the difference. I personally recommend the brand name, Extra Thick Yoga Mat. It's non-toxic, provides perfect cushioning for your knees and spine, and gives you the grip you need for stability. You can find the direct link to it on Amazon in the description box below. Using that link helps support this channel at no extra cost to you, and it ensures you start your retraining journey with the best foundation. This is not the end. This is the turning point. And from here, everything can change. Like this video, subscribe for more intelligent movement tips, and I'll see you in the next one.